Hi everyone, welcome to Samantha Clift Pilates. I'm Sam and today I'm going to be doing a sequence to tone and strengthen your upper arms especially, but all the way down the arms. A little bit of concentration on the triceps, so toning those softer bits. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with just warming up the arms completely, warming up through the shoulders so it's not such a shock to them when we start the exercises. To begin with, just sitting in that Pilates position. So imagine you've got a thread coming out the top of your head, pulling your spine up nice and straight. That will start to fire up the abdominal muscles, so you're getting yourself in that correct posture. So sitting really tall, shoulders down away from the ears, keeping those abs pulled in to about 30% contraction. So if you pull them into 100%, let them out by 50 and another 20, so you're able to breathe nice and easily, you're able to talk, but you've kind of got them locked in slightly. So thinking about your spine, imagine your shoulder blades, so rolling them back, opening out your chest, and imagine pinching a pencil in between your shoulder blades, just opening everything out and getting it nice and stretched. Okay, we're starting off just by stretching the arms a little bit. So taking the arm across, deltoid stretch, so taking the arm across the body and pushing on your elbow. And then we're going to slide the hand down and then thumb down. You can just feel more of a stretch in different areas when you do this movement. And to the other side, taking the arm across, sliding the hand down to the wrist, pulling in a little bit more, and then thumb down. We're going to start warming up the trapezius and to the shoulders, so circling the shoulders. I'm going to do that one way, and then we're going to reverse that, starting to get everything warmed up. Brilliant. Head to the side. Okay, you can have the opposite hand down on the mat. You feel that stretch all the way down through the arm. You can also lift up and flex the hand, and you're going to feel a stretch all the way up through the forearm, and we get that stretch all the way down through the traps. Lovely. And to the other side, head to the side, either putting the hand down on the mat or you can lift the arm. You're going to feel that through the arm a little bit more. Flexing the fingers. Now we're going to stretch through the triceps, so hand down the centre of the back, pushing on the elbow. So we're in between the shoulder blades, turn around so you can see, in between the shoulder blades and pushing on the elbow. And when you feel that stretch release, just pushing down a little bit more. Really want to lengthen that muscle. And to the other side, hand down, pushing on the elbow, nice and gently. No huge movements, we don't want to pull any muscles. And again, when that stretch releases, just a little bit more, even if it's a millimetre, it's going to make a lot of difference. Okay, and now we're going to take the arms up to chest height. And we're going to get some heat into the shoulders. So keeping the arms still for a little bit, you can wiggle your fingers just to take your mind off the shoulders. Just make sure they don't creep up around the ears, keeping them down. And then we're going to do small circles, nice and slowly to begin with. So just keep breathing, try not to think about the arms. So I know that's easier said than done. I really want to warm those up a little bit before we start on the exercises, and changing direction, keeping those arms lifted. Small circles, nice and controlled. Again, just watching those shoulders as the arms get tired. They tend to want to come in just to give it a little bit of relief, but please don't do that. We don't want to tighten the muscles in the traps at all. It's just really to warm up and tone the arms. There'll be a bit of thumping, there's a bit of movement upstairs. Okay, you're doing really well. Keep going, 3 more circles if you can. Lovely, and arms down, just give them a shake, you know, rub into the arms. Again, you can take the arm across just to stretch a little bit, just to relieve that tension. Right, okay, I'm going to start in the leg pull. So we're going to take the hands behind the body and palms facing, or fingers facing forward. We're spreading the fingers so we've got a nice stable base. Again, just watching the shoulders, they do tend to creep up in this one, but we want that nice line lengthen down through the back of the neck. And what we're going to do is we're going to engage those muscles to begin with. So we're just going to lift the bottom off the mat a little bit and then slowly come down. So you can see the muscles that this is going to be really targeting. Lifting the bottom and coming down. It's also going to be working through the traps. You can feel that deeper muscles into the rhomboids behind. So lifting and lowering. You can stay with this one if you want to, just making sure that you are breathing. So breathing in at the bottom, out as you lift, in at the top, and out as you come down. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, we can lift up the bottom a little bit higher. So trying to create that nice straight line, just watching the neck, making sure it's not falling backwards or tipping forwards too much. Holding for an in-breath and then slowly coming down. Okay, and we can lift up again. And coming down, making sure you're breathing, don't hold your breath. And again, if you want to make it a little bit more tricky, staying up for a bit longer, we can lift one leg, so a lot more pressure through the arms and to the other side before coming down. So completely up to you if you want to bring the legs in, or you can just stay with the legs down, holding for an in-breath and slowly coming down. Making sure that if they're really burning, you will feel that heat, that lactic acid building up. Just shake the arms, come back into that seated position before coming back. So this is probably one that you wouldn't attempt to do if someone wasn't telling you to, but it's a really great one for the backs of the arms, really targeting those muscles. So lifting up, so it's like a backwards push-up really, but we are just targeting the backs of the arms. And again, up and down, or holding for an in-breath, and then coming down. So we're going to do 2 more. And down. Again, bringing the legs in if you want to, completely up to you. Give those arms a shake, definitely into the tricep stretch. So hand down the centre of the back. Really pushing on that hand, making sure we're getting that full stretch. And to the other side. Brilliant. Okay, shaking the shoulders out and coming around onto all fours. So spreading the fingers, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. So making sure we've got that nice stable base. So this is weight bearing exercise, going to be working all the way down through the arms. So first of all, we're just going to take one leg back, second leg back into the full plank, knee down, knee down. So something to watch here is that you don't lift your bottom up, okay, or drop the back too low. The knee should just slide back into place, leg back, back, down, down. So keeping that going, warming up through your back, warming up through the abs as well, which is always a bonus. Back, back, down, down. Again, keep breathing, just watching the shoulders, making sure they're not coming up around the ears. And if the wrists are really starting to ache, then make sure you do take a break. And if they're really sore, so we've got that kind of 90-degree right angle, if they're really sore, you can roll at the front of the mat, placing the heel of the hand, and you're just increasing the angle slightly, so the pressure's a little bit less through the wrist, but it's really good to be strengthening through the wrists anyway. Great for RSI. I'm a massage therapist as well, so I think this has really saved my wrists over the years. Down, down, lifting, lifting, lowering, lowering. Keep that going. If you want to stay here, that's absolutely fine. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, leg back, back, lifting, and to the other side. So great for the glutes as well. Down, down, lifting, leg up, And to the other side. Brilliant. So now we're going to put the pressure through the one side of the arm. If you want to release the wrist, you can rotate side to side, backwards and forwards. Now we're going to lift the arms as well. So starting on one side, making sure you've got that nice stable base, abs poured in, taking one arm up, palm facing in. So got that nice line down through the body, holding for an in-breath, and then coming back down. Just watching that neck, making sure it's not dipping or lifting up. You're looking towards the mat. So really engaging those abs as well. Arm up. Brilliant. And with this one as well, you can hold for an in-breath, or you can hold for the count of 5. So you're going to be holding for a little bit longer. And down. Keeping that going. Definitely going to feel that through the deltoids. Really going to be strengthening through the joints as well, into the elbow, the wrist. Okay, one more to each side. Now we're going to bring the legs in. So again, arms stay under the shoulders, lifting one leg, and you're going to feel that pressure down through the arm of the side that you're lifting. Just try not to lift the leg too high or drop it too low. We tend to want to adjust when we've got that pressure and it's getting a little bit tired, but it's just best to come out of that posture, take a break before coming back into it again. So to the other side, again holding for an in-breath, or you can hold for the count of 5 and down, and to the other side. So great works the glutes as well, working through the lower back, lifting that leg, pressure down through that side. Brilliant. Keeping that kind of line of balance down through the centre. So great for the core as well. Brilliant. Again, releasing the wrists if you need to, or we can come into the next level. So we're going to take one arm and one leg away, holding for an in-breath, or the count of 5, and to the other side, and down. Doing really well. Imagine the arms are getting a little bit tired now. Adding on to this one if you want to, just for a little bit of extra balance through the core, we can put elbow to knee, starting to work through the abs and the obliques as well. Elbow to knee, great for balance, and again, you'll be feeling that pressure of the arm that's down. Just listening to body, going with what you feel that you can do today, depending on energy levels, depending on what you've done previously. It's just a quick workout to target these upper arms, the whole of the arms really. Just one more. Brilliant. So now releasing the wrists, making sure that they are kind of as stretched out as they can be. Forward and back, side to side. You might need to do that with the shoulders as well. And again, if you want to stretch the arm across the body, if you feel that you need to stretch the deltoid right now, please do that. To the other side. Okay, the last exercise, we're going to go into croc. We're not going to do too many of these. Again, targeting the backs of the arms. So, a few different levels here. So you're going to bring the knees back a little bit, spreading the fingers. The most important thing to watch here is that you're keeping your elbows pinned in. So you're rotating the shoulders around so the tops of the arms are facing front. So you want to come down, elbows pinned in and down to the mat. Okay, hands wider to push back up, pushing up through the chest, not through the backs of the arms for level 1. Level 2, we come down into that position, we hold, and we can either push back up again, or we can come down to the mat again, releasing down, hands wider to push back up, and the full croc position. Okay, Spreading those fingers up onto the toes, so we're in the full plank position. Bottom down, making sure it's not lifting too high, and then we're going to slowly come down, elbows pinned in. Again, holding here, and either pushing back up or coming down to the mat. You can push through the chest again, so completely up to you. If you want to push back up, then you can do, but imagine the arms are getting a little bit tired now. If you need to release them, please do. Coming back. It's probably better to do more smaller reps, so going down through the lower levels and doing a few more of those, building up gradually, and then maybe possibly moving on to the higher levels later on, but completely up to you. Just because you've done level 4 before doesn't mean that you need to carry on. We really just want to build it up and target those muscles. Elbows pinned in, okay, squeezing against your chest, and either releasing or coming down to the mat. Okay, so we're going to do 3 more, whichever level. So elbows pinned in, and either coming down to the mat or lifting back up. Elbows pinned in, abs pulled in. Releasing, elbows pinned in. Coming down to the mat for your last one. Taking the arms behind if you want to. Just rotating those wrists. There's a lot of pressure through the wrists. And we're going to come back into child's pose. So you do extended child's pose, taking the knees out to the side, feet together, and then we're going to really actively stretch the arms forward, opening out the chest as well. So taking a few deep breaths into that stretch, you can put your forehead down to the mat, relaxing everything, and moving the chest down towards the mat. Keep breathing, nice few deep breaths. And just coming up back onto the mat. And we're going to stretch the arms one more time, taking the arm across, pushing on the elbow to begin with, sliding the hand down, and then thumb down, getting a bit hot, that's good. Feeling that heat, getting out of breath, sweating, and thumb towards the wrist. And thumb down. Tricep stretch. You might feel this in the shower tomorrow when you're trying to wash your hair. And if you do, just gently doing this stretch, just lengthening the muscle nice and gently though. And to the other side. Well done, brilliant. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. Keeping moving. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos, so keep tuned. And if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. If you subscribe and press that bell icon, then you'll be notified of future videos so you don't miss them. And I look forward to seeing you next time.